about when Mike and I went to the football game in Notre Dame.
Nobody's heard that one.
Mike would like this, but
Can you please hold this?
huh? You look around. Wow. Be a friend. First of all, Debbie, Mike's sister, favorite sister. Well, the only sister.
He just said it just like that.
Your husband George, his son Bill, and the condolences, Jessica, Patrick. Where you at, Patrick?
Hiding.
Maggie. I've known these kids before they were born. Jessie Cat was named by Mike and her mother. Maggie was named after Mike's sweet mom, Marguerite. Patrick was named not by Julie, or his name would be Dominic. When we found out she was carrying a boy, Mike and I sat in the backyard many a times and we said, his name is going to be Patrick Michael Doyle, because 21 years old, when he goes into a bar on St. Patrick's Day, hey, my name's Patrick Michael. And I'll say, holy shit, me boy, let me buy you a beer. And I said, I can say to Patrick, pass him down. But this is a history of three kids. I'm Uncle Dave. But I could say my his closest friends, my God, look at all yours. Well, I was his next door neighbor for many years. Many of beers too. And it was a love affair. And the first time I met Mike, he was out there cutting grass, and I walked up to the fence with a six-pack of Bud, and I went. He turned off the lawnmower, and the rest is history. How close were Mike and I? When Julie and him first bought this house, we moved them all in. The first night he was here, he stood out in the driveway, lonely, and Julie says, you really miss him. Go over there and spend the night. So his first night at this house was at my house. Mike was the best. Never hated anybody. Pissed and moaned a lot, but he never hated anybody. He was a superstar. I could tell stories about the time we went to Notre Dame.
Emergencies only.
But there's pictures of the parties we had in the backyard. My God, the parties. It got so big after the third year, Pepin Distributing gave me a beer truck, and we went through 13 kegs of beer. And Gary Tuttle back there was the head chef, you know, barbecuing the pig, and we had chickens and shit, and the horseshoes are clanging, and 4 o'clock in the morning, the police were there, not to raid it, but to drink and eat and play horseshoes. It was a lovely, lovely life. There's a story going on about the time Mike and I went to Notre Dame.
No.
But Mike was, I mean, he was like close. We meet at the Tally Ho when he worked, and I worked at Pepin, and we meet at Tally Ho during the day and or at night and have beers, and we'd always say one more. Every day, one more. I'd tell him, we're just going to have one beer. Okay. And make him buy a bucket, and I bought a bucket. And that was my translation of one beer. The barbecues, God, would he love this. And thanks, Dan Kelly. The last time he did this was for a very happy event, his 50th. So a lot of people are saying, wow, you know, my regret, and I was in contact with him all the time, and he started losing everything, you know, right arm, and he was very upset, and he said he didn't want to continue onto this life, and where he was going to, the light at the end of the tunnel was not there. But he had a lot of friends who were coming over and comforting him, and Mike was you know, very proud. And a crabby son of a bitch. I came over here a couple of weeks ago, and he said, "Could you stick around? I want to take a shower because I don't trust myself taking a shower." And I said, "Of course." So I sat in a chair. Now here's a guy, you know, left arm can't use, left leg's going, right leg's telling him adios. And he comes out with blue jeans on, tennis shoes, and socks on. I mean, regular tennis shoes, you tie up. And he says, "Can you help me put a belt on?" I said, "Sure," you know, and I put his belt on. "Well, can you tuck in my shirt?" "Mike, why?" I said, "Why don't you wear pants, elastic pants? You have so trouble." "What the hell? Look at get loafers, no socks." "Why do you want your shirt tucked in?" "Because I can reach for my wallet." And I said, "Mike, it's in the cupboard." But that's the type of Mike was. He was very proud, loved his kids, loved his ex-wife, loved his sister, loved his nephews, carried a burden in his heart about his nephew Ned. But wow. And all I can say, I could go on forever because I could tell you about the times we barbecued, and after a while Julie said, "Don't worry about it, I fed the kids." Because we sat there and drank. One time we barbecued, and come on, put on those ribs, oh, Mike and I are sitting there drinking, you know, put on them ribs, everybody's hungry. Mike says, "We better put on the ribs." I said, "Yeah, I'll take care of it." So I ran to Alabama John and bought a couple slabs, put them on the grill. They were already made, warmed them up, threw them on the table, and everybody, "These are the best ribs you guys ever made." I didn't have the heart that came from Alabama John's. But thank you. There's a lot of food here, a lot of food. This is a celebration of life. Mike's not here. So there's going to be a lot of beer left over because Mike is not here. And God bless him. And here's to the best human being I ever knew.
Here.
Here's to Mike.